Buenos días y bienvenidos a todos. Good morning and welcome to a community dedicated to providing spiritual tools for living a happy and full life. My name is Karina Scheer, and I am the spiritual director and founding minister here at the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta. If you would like to join us for the live Zoom meeting, please contact me for the link and the password or check our website, www.cslpv.org, and you'll find the link on the page where you find the replay of the weekly talks. So today is the last Sunday of the month, January 26, 2025. Our new annual theme for this year is Rising Higher, Growing Deeper. And the topic for January has been Stretching into Possibility. Today, we're going to talk about choosing possibility. And a reminder that the suggested book for reading is The Science of Mind, a Philosophy, a Faith, a Way of Life by Dr. Ernest Holmes. So at this time, I would like to truly welcome everyone, again, including those that are new to our teaching and to our center here in Puerto Vallarta, whether you're watching the Zoom call live or watching the replay at a later time. Here we teach a philosophy and honor all faith traditions. So whatever path you are on, know that it is the right one for you. And no matter what your background is, please know that everyone is welcome here. We value each and every one of you. As I mentioned, we teach a philosophy called the Science of Mind. It's a teaching based on new thought and ancient wisdom. We offer spiritual tools and principles to promote personal growth. And we honor diversity in all aspects so that we can see and appreciate the great oneness that already exists within everyone, everywhere. When Dr. Ernest Holmes was asked to provide a concise definition of this teaching, he replied that it is a correlation of laws of science, opinions of philosophy, and revelations of religion applied to human needs and aspirations. Each week, we offer a service with an inspirational message. We offer the Zoom meeting at 10 a.m. and we'll resume our meetings in person on Sundays at noon at Café La Ventana. After each service, whether online or in person, hang out with us after to enjoy some coffee and some great conversation with like-minded people. And now, as we do each week, let's review our purpose, vision, and mission statements. We have a grand purpose here, and that is to awaken and celebrate diversity and to love and serve our community. We do this by means of our vision, creating the life you desire. And this is supported by our mission to provide spiritual tools for personal growth and transformation. And more on all of these can be found on our website under their own drop-down page. So if you're interested in learning more, check that out. So let's just breathe. Empowering yourself to make conscious choices that open doors to limitless possibilities and opportunities. Learn how to shift your mindset and make inspired action towards a future filled with potential and promise. Dr. Ernest Holmes said this: how much life, abundance, goodness, truth, and beauty can we mentally entertain? This is the measure of our possible experience. This is the mold of acceptance. The infinite fills all molds and flows forever into new and greater ones. It is the unborn possibility of limitless experience. We give birth to it. So, contemplating, reading, and writing about the law are valuable practices, but the most powerful action comes through consistent, repeated practice. To truly engage with the life or the law of life, we must go further beyond theory and actively apply our understanding. So fill your mind with love, possibility, trust, and joy, and observe how the law responds by manifesting these qualities into your experience. As Ernest Holmes noted, we often indulge in too much theory and too little practice. Well, let's shift our focus to practical application. By consistently applying the principles of the law, we open ourselves to limitless possibilities. And remember, the law is always available and ready to express whatever we choose to focus on it. This is what Ernest Holmes wrote in The Science of Mind. One of the great difficulties in the new order of thought is that we are likely to indulge in too much theory and too little practice. As a matter of fact, we only know as much as we can prove by actual demonstration. That which we cannot prove or may not be true, but that which we can prove certainly must be and is the truth. So choosing possibility is not always our default mindset. It often requires conscious effort. To shift our thinking, we need to use affirmations such as, there is possibility here, or I am possibility. The power of repetition in the process cannot be overstated. By consistently repeating these affirmations or similar affirmations, we reinforce new neural pathways in our minds and align our expectations with the creative law of life. This repetition impresses our consciousness and helps us embody the potential that we wish to see. Embracing and practicing affirmations regularly allows us to make possible or to make possibility a more natural part of our thought process and experience. In This Thing Called You, Ernest Holmes wrote this: when you say all things are possible, you're affirming that the power which created the planets is now operating in your affairs, in and through everything you do. So remember, much of our thinking and believing operates on autopilot. It's a natural part of humanity. And to create meaningful change, we must take responsibility for moving beyond these default thoughts that perpetuate our current reality. Instead, we need to impress both ourselves and the creative law of life with the truth of what is possible. Affirmations are powerful, but so too is the practice of denial when necessary. Sometimes we must be prepared to challenge and deny power of old thought patterns. For instance, one might affirm, I deny the power of self-doubt and affirm that self-trust is expanding in my life. This process involves acknowledging our past without being bound by it, allowing us to embrace the power of our present understanding. Choosing possibility is not a one-time effort, but a daily practice. By consistently applying this approach, we can free ourselves to live more fully and freely. Most of us have heard of the term of the placebo effect. It happens when we are given a seemingly effective treatment or medication that actually has no medical effect at all, but it still has a positive effect because the patient believes it will. The opposite would be a nocebo, which is when a patient believes in and experiences a negative effect. Both effects, the placebo and nocebo, are primarily driven by the patient's beliefs and expectations about the treatment. In a fascinating case documented by the British Medical Journal in 1995, titled "A Nail in the Foot, an illustration of the nocebo phenomenon," researchers Andrew Smith and Wesley provide the profound impact of beliefs on physical experiences. The study recounts the story of a construction worker who accidentally stepped on what he believed was a nail. The man experienced severe pain, which he attributed to the supposed nail puncturing his foot. Despite the intense pain, he refused medical treatment until he was given painkillers. Once he was sedated, doctors discovered that the nail had not actually penetrated his foot. The pain was caused solely by his belief that the nail had in fact injured him. This case illustrates the nocebo phenomenon, where negative expectations or beliefs can lead to real physical symptoms, even the absence of actual physical harm. It underscores how powerful our beliefs are and can be in shaping our physical reality. And it also highlights the intricate connection between mind and body. This phenomenon serves as a reminder of the significant role that mental and emotional states play in our overall health and our experiences. Holmes said this: "Mental work is definite. Each state of thought taps the same principle. Each uses the same law, is inspired by the same spirit, but each draws forth a different result. Here is multiplicity proceeding from unity." This is what Emerson meant when he said that unity passes into variety. So we might, or when we create with the spirit of love and law, what might happen? There's no fixed answer. Instead, we are invited to play and to see what unfolds, stretch beyond the familiar, and venture into the unknown. Often, we set our sights on goals that we believe are achievable. But what if we dared ask, prayed, and moved towards something entirely beyond our current understanding? Choosing to embrace possibilities beyond our existing knowledge is a practice of radical consciousness. It's about opening ourselves to the limitless potential that comes from trusting in the expansive power of the spirit of the law. To look at this, let's go back to when we were children and the dreams that we believed we could become whatever we wanted, an astronaut, a nurse, or even the president of the United States. Let's have that kind of thinking of anything is possible. Albert Einstein said this: there are two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. So, in conclusion, Ernest Holmes once asked, we are chemists in the laboratory of life, the laboratory of the infinite. What then shall we create? So, what will you choose to create? Engage with this principle and experiment with it in your own life. Imagine if the first words you spoke each day were affirmations of possibility. For the next week, make it a practice to start each day with an affirmative statement. For example, God is, therefore I am. I declare that my life is expanding in health, wealth, love, trust, and more. I am grateful for this truth now, and so it is. Let's see how this practice brings the law into action and transforms our experience. What do you choose? I choose possibility. And I'll leave you with this quote for today. The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. And that brings us to our affirmation for the week. I stretch beyond limitation and step into the expansive realm of potential. And now it's time for news and updates at our center. If you are interested in learning more about the Science of Mind teaching, we offer courses via Zoom as well as in person. So connect with me or check our website to see the details of upcoming classes. And if you're wanting to have a specific course or workshop or a book study, let me know so that we can put those on the calendar as well. If you would like to have a one-on-one connection for a spiritual mind treatment to assist you with whatever is going on in your life or whatever you would like to experience more of, then contact me so we can arrange for that as well. If you would like to become a committed member of the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta for this current year, as we do renew our membership each year, then contact me for the commitment form. Also, if you are interested in being part of our Board of Trustees, then please contact me for that application form as well. And I'd like to remind you to like and subscribe to our YouTube page and our Facebook page. And just a reminder that when you like our videos on YouTube, it affects the algorithm so that more people are able to see it as well. So I would appreciate likes in addition to views. And so now is our time for mindful giving and financial support of our spiritual home. We rely on your support for our center here in Puerto Vallarta so that we can continue offering this powerful teaching of the science of mind. We bless the financial gifts that you give today. Every donation is greatly appreciated, no matter the amount. Donations can be made using PayPal or Tithely through our website, www.cslpv.org. And you'll find the links for donations on both the landing page as well as at the top of the page where you find these replay videos. Alternatively, if you still like to write out paper checks, you can address them to CSLPV number 403 2125 Birch Road, Kelowna, BC, B1Y 8N1. And now please join me in our offertory affirmation. I know that my giving blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give and receive. I do give eternal thanks for the abundance that is mine to share. So thank you for coming and sharing this time together. And let's continue practicing peace. We can each be a force for peace and nonviolence. Our words and our actions create ripples of peace all around us and beyond. Peaceful living includes acting with compassion, kindness, and consideration. And it also includes standing up against injustice. The season for nonviolence is a global grassroots campaign dedicated to raising awareness about the transformative power of nonviolence. The season was established by Arun Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi's grandson, as a yearly event celebrating the philosophies and lives of Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr. The season marks the 64 calendar days between the memorial anniversary of the assassination of Gandhi on January 30th and that of King on April 4th. Mahatma Gandhi said, "Nonviolence is not a garment to be put on and off at will. Its seat is in the heart, and it must be an inseparable part of our being." And Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Nonviolence is absolute commitment to the way of love. Love is not emotional bash. It is not empty sentimentalism. It is the active outpouring of one's whole being into that being of another." Let me say that again. It is the active outpouring of one's whole being into the being of another. May peace and love be with you. Blessings to all. Namaste.